Well, it wasn't necessarily a game of quality, was it? But you must be happy to get the unbeaten run up to 10.
Yeah, I think it was not a nice game of football, but I think it's a Steve Evans team. You know what you're going to get, and we had to deal with it. And I thought in moments we dealt with it really well, and I thought in some parts we had the bigger chances. So I think in the end, happy not to lose, but I think it just shows you how far this group's come, because they're really disappointed they haven't won the game. And I've just said to them, don't worry, we'll keep going. You've come a long way. So when you play against Stevenage and a Steve Evans team, you're disappointed not to win is a good thing.
It was a game really where credit went to both defences, wasn't it? Because they didn't allow any shots really on goal.
Yeah, it's a bit aerial, wasn't it? A bit in the air. The ball was in the air probably more than on the floor. But yeah, it is what it is. And I think Porty stood it well. Our back line stood it well. Their back line stood it well. I think Freddie coming on caused a few issues, and I think maybe we could have had 1 or 2 penalties, it looked like, but I've not seen it back. But yeah, I think in the end it was just more in the air than on the floor, but that's sometimes what it has to be.
Was it good for your side to come up against a test like that though?
Yeah, I just said to him, I thought when we went to their place and it was my first game, I thought we got bullied a little bit, and I didn't see that at all today. And if anything, when the ball dropped out in the mess, we actually tried to use the width and tried to play a little bit. It just didn't come off for us in little stages where we could have been a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. But again, if we're disappointed not to win that, I think it shows how well we're doing at the moment.
And as you say, if you're not going to win it, don't lose it. It's up to 10 unbeaten. That was really pleased you going into next weekend.
Yeah, and that's funny. That's what Teddy just said to me. He said, Gaffer, remember what you say. If you can't win it, you don't lose it. And fair play to him, because I agree with him.
You look at the performance as a whole. Freddie Draper coming on today, he was a young bench as well, which must have made it difficult to try and influence or impact the game when you don't have that many options.
Yeah, for sure. When you see their bench coming on with 4 or 5 experienced players, and a huge bench to come on, I was thinking, okay, they're bringing on more physicality, intensity into their diamond, and we had a few players, and obviously we were quite a young bench today. But I thought Jack Moylan today, he's got his first start, he's done really well. So we just have to keep going, keep pushing, and see where we are. But again, shows how far we've come to be disappointed not to win.
Colin McGrandles, you mentioned he's going for a scan. When do you expect to get an idea of how long he'll be out for?
Yeah, I think next week. So middle of next week, hopefully we know a little bit more. But yeah, it could be something, it could be nothing. We just don't know. It's ballooned up a little bit his ankle. So let's see where he's at.
It's been a hectic period. February certainly has, in the beginning of March as well. Is it nice to have a full week with the players again?
Yeah, it is. It's been really busy this week. You can see a few bodies out there tiring a little bit towards the last 10-15, where I think they did start to put it on as a little bit, and in the end you're probably going, we'll take a point because we look tired. But yeah, so we need to regroup, refresh and go again.